Hello there, beauty ravers, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Raven, and this is where I like to rave about beauty. If you would ever so kindly hit that like and subscribe button to become part of my little family here on YouTube, it means so much to me. Now, without further ado, let's jump on in to the video. Hi guys, today we are doing not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 different looks with the Flower Punk palette from Kaleidos Makeup. And if you're as excited as I am to see this palette in action, then please keep on watching. But also, we have a review at the end of this on this palette because I have now played with it more than 5 times actually, because I played with it a few times off camera, and I have some thoughts. But first we're going to jump into swatches, then we're going to jump into the eye looks, and then I will share my thoughts with you. So let's go ahead and do that now. swatches. How are we feeling about this palette based on my looks that I did with you guys right then and there? Obviously it wasn't right then and there. It's been a while. It's been a few weeks actually. I'm very behind on this, but I wanted to do 5 different looks. I really wanted to thoroughly review this palette for you guys. I do a lot of first impressions on my channel, but I feel like when I do a review, I want to really use a product so you guys know how I really feel about it. First impressions are great, and I probably should have done a first impression with this palette and then done the review, but it was a journey. I'm learning that now. I think from now on I'm gonna do how I was doing before with the first impression, and then waiting a few weeks, really reviewing it, and then, you know, the review. With that all being said, that is why this video is very late. I know that everyone has their video with this palette out, pretty much everyone anyway, and it might not be as fun and exciting anymore, but for me, I still had fun doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the looks that I created with it, because, you know, everybody's different. We're all creating different looks out here, and maybe you enjoyed mine, and I hope that you did. Anyways, we need to get into the review of this palette. I am going to throw on my glasses really quick because I cannot see, and I prefer talking to you guys while I can see, if that makes sense. I don't really know why that is, because I mean, I'm just looking at a camera. It's not like I really need to see you to talk, but I like to be able to see, so I'm going to do that. Wow, I've been talking for 4 minutes. Probably going to have to cut out a lot of that. I'm like, oh, I didn't really feel like talking today. Then I get on camera and my jaw won't stop moving. It's funny how that happens, right? But anyway, let's get into the review of this palette because, like I said, I do have some thoughts. Some aren't the greatest. I'm gonna be honest, there's one shade in here, and if you guys have seen any other review or if you own the palette, you might already know which shade that is, but let's dive into it. So here we have the beautiful Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. I know you've seen it 1,000 times in just this video alone, but it is beautiful. The lid is detachable. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not a huge fan of that. It doesn't bother me the way I thought it might, so that's good, but it's not my favorite. I'm gonna be honest, I would prefer it just to open like a regular palette. I feel like I might lose this. I feel like I might like drop it. And honestly, I just have the anxiety of when I put it on, like it's gonna like smash into one of the shadows. And I haven't had that happen, so I doubt it will. But for some reason, I don't really love that. I know they were trying to be different and cool and like, you know, something new to the market, because almost everything has been done already, and I know that detachable lids have been done too, but I get what they were trying to do, and I appreciate them trying to be different and bold, but I don't know, I really think it would have been fine if it just opened like a normal palette. However, the artwork, guys, listen, okay, I know I just opened the palette to close it again, but the artwork on this palette is so incredibly stunning. I love it so much. The back is even beautiful too. Look at that fountain. Look at oh my goodness. Kaleidos kills it with packaging. Besides it being a detachable lid, and it's not my favorite thing, I honestly just love Kaleidos' overall theme just so much. They always kill it, I think. Honestly, one of my favorite brands. I did also really quickly want to mention how adorable the box it came in is. I love these colors of green. Kind of regret not getting the whole dresser set. I only picked up the palette from this collection, and if you're wondering, there are quite a few other things in the collection. I just didn't grab those. Personally, I didn't think I needed them, but the dresser was so pretty, and it's these colors, and now seeing them in person, I'm just like, kind of want that dresser. But where would I put it, honestly? Raven doesn't have room for the things she has as is, so she definitely doesn't need things she doesn't need. I don't need anything. I don't know. I didn't need it though, if that makes sense. Like, I clearly didn't need the palette either. I didn't need anything. Honestly, let's be real. I don't need any more makeup. I don't need any more stuff. But I will say, if you did pick it up, I am happy for you, because you probably know just how gorgeous it is. I just thought this box was super duper cute and wanted to mention that really quickly. This palette is, you know, special to me. I really do love it, especially because it has the panther right there, and you can't see my panther tattoo today, but let's see if we can show her off. I do have a panther tattoo, and that is actually for my mom. My mom passed away 2 years ago. I'm not trying to get sad, I promise I'm not. But I will say, whenever I see anything that reminds me of her, it makes my heart happy. So this palette having a panther on it definitely did it for me. I just love it. So now we're going to talk about the shades. And honestly, I love this color story so much. It is so beautiful. It is everything I am in a palette. Really it is. You know, I did a eyeshadow collection tag video with my friend Embolism C here on YouTube, and if you want to check that video out, I'll try to remember to link it in the cards. Super fun. I love doing that with them. But listen, this would have been in that video as the palette with the color story that resembles me most. It would have definitely been in that spot. I still stand by the two I did choose for that, but if I had this when I filmed that, without a doubt it would have been in that place, because this really does resemble me and I love it. I love pastels. I love grungy greens. Green is my all-time favorite color. Look at my green wig today. I love green so much. All types of green, honestly, and pastels too. So the factor that they decided to put them together, I'm gonna be honest though, I like to think of myself as a creative individual, but I would have not thought to do this. That's how creative Kaleidos is. On a different level. Honestly, they really are. And I heard some people saying like, oh, I don't really think that works or that doesn't go. But for me, I think it goes so well. The 5 looks I created, I love every single one except for that green one. We'll get into it. I think the color combo is actually super duper fun, and it actually goes together, in my opinion, much better than I think a lot of people would initially think looking at it. I just love it. Anyway, we need to get into the shade that I am not thrilled with. Okay, so that would have to be Earthship. Earthship is this beautiful, dark, grungy green that I wanted to love with all of my heart because it's the perfect deepening shade for this palette. It's the only deepening shade, which is also why kind of hurts that it's the dud of the palette. It really kind of does hurt me because now I'm like, oh, well, if I want to deepen up a look, I have to reach into something else because this shade gets patchy. There's no way around it, it just gets patchy. And I've used it multiple different times now with multiple different eye primers and it just gets patchy. And I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I haven't used it on its own. So maybe I should try doing that. But I did use it in multiple different looks. You saw, I think, 2 of them in this video. And the green look specifically was really bad. You could see a very visible patch on both sides, only where that shadow was. I don't know what it is because it is such a beautiful green, and if it was formulated correctly, would love it. And that makes me sad, honestly, because Kaleidos has never let me down that way before. Like, I've never had a dud of their shadows. In any of the palettes I own, I've never had a shadow that I felt was a dud. And I really do feel like that one is. With that shade being excluded from this palette, pretend it's not there. You know what? Earthship is no longer a part of the palette. This is the palette. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I love every other shade in this palette. It is so beautiful, so creamy, so vibrant, so blendable. Oh my goodness. If Earthship would have been the formula of all the other ones, I would have been like, over the moon. This would have been top tier, top shelf liquor, if you will. I also want to note that the shade Chlorophyll right here, this lime chartreusey green, it's honestly my favorite formula of the matte shadows in this palette. It is a different formula than the others, and that's interesting to me. I don't know what it is. I'm going to explain it the best way I can. It's not sparkly, it's not glittery, it's not like a matte with glitter, but I feel like it is glowy. I have it on half of my look today, and it's gorgeous. It just, oh my goodness, it blends onto the skin like butter, but in like the best, most seamless way. The other mattes are great too, honestly, wonderful quality. They blend beautifully, they are pigmented and creamy. They're great, they really are. But something about Chlorophyll, I just love it so much because it's got that little bit of sheen to it. It's, again, not glitter, not sparkles, but like a sheen, a glow, like a glassy finish. I am obsessed with it, and I kind of want all of my mattes from now on to be in that formula. But I will say the other mattes in here are really, really good, and they are fully matte. However, Chlorophyll, you don't really notice it. I feel like if you look at this look, you probably think I used 2 mattes in the crease, because it is still a matte. It's just got a little bit of sheen to it, and personally, I love it. So next, let's talk about the shimmers. The shimmers are great in here, but we do have one true metallic, which is going to be the shade Sun Gazer. This is a true metallic, super opaque as soon as you put it on. It is on my lid today, along with Stained Glass. And both Stained Glass and Aloe Cove are both more sparkly topper shades. They're gorgeous, but they are slightly more sheer because they are more of a duochrome finish. and they can go overshadowed. But you can build them up to become as opaque as Sun Gazer is. So I love them nonetheless. Like I did with the pink today, I really built it up. I know my glasses are fogging it up, but you just saw me do the look, so you know what I'm talking about. Kaleidos' shimmers are always out of this world, but I really love the combination of matte to shimmers. And I know that sounds odd for me because usually I like a more heavy shimmer palette than matte. And this palette does only contain 3 shimmers and the rest are matte. I like this though because for some reason these mattes are so unique to my collection. And you know, I was thinking about it and I was like, this isn't going to be that unique. I was excited for this palette when I saw it, honestly, because again, I love grungy greens and pastels. The combo was like, what? Eye-opening for me because I never thought of that before. So I was really excited about this. However, when I did look at it, I was like, I have pastels. I have grungy greens. I probably have these shades in other palettes. I don't think I do. Fun fact, I really don't think I do, especially when it comes to these pinks. These pinks are actually so unique to my collection. I love how dusty and like millennial pink-ish looking they are. They're just so pretty, and as I was going through some of my palettes on my birthday, I wanted like this mauvey pink look for the outfit I had, and these two were the perfect shades to go with the outfit. And I'm like, okay, I know what I'm reaching for every time I wear that skirt from now on because they just go so well. If I can remember, I'll pop in a picture from my birthday because I felt super duper cute, and I think you'll understand the pink skirt and how these pinks complement it very well if you see it. So I just really overall love this palette so much. If Earthship would have been the same matte formula as any of the other ones, this would have been in the top 3 palettes of the year for me. Honestly, it might still be. I don't know, but this color story really screams to me. But with Earthship being a dud, I kind of can't rank it any higher than a 9 because it really is so good besides that one shade, and I really don't know what happened because I've never had a problem with Kaleidos' mattes or shimmers. I've never had any kind of problem with Kaleidos. Overall, I still really adore this palette and I don't regret picking it up at all. I'm so happy I have it. And honestly, even knowing how these shades perform now, if I had to rebuy this, like if it went missing or something, I would do it because it's beautiful and I love it so much. So that is my thoughts on the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. But I would love to know what you were thinking, so please do let me know down below in my comment section. I love chatting with you guys. I also want to know, did you guys pick up this palette? Are you thinking about it? Are you excited about it still? I am. Honestly, I really am. Every time I grab for this palette, I get excited again. And sometimes I feel like when I have to review a palette, I get a little bored, if I'm being honest. And I'm just like, oh my god, I have to play with this again. Like, can I play with something different? Because I'm not the type of person to use the same thing every single day. I like to switch it up literally every day. But this palette, I don't know, it's pretty fun. It's got a lot of different like variety of color combos you can do, and I had a lot of fun with it. And honestly, I feel like 5 looks is a lot, but I think I could probably create even more. So I'm excited to keep on playing with this one. She is super duper cute, and I'm happy she's in my collection. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me today. I hope that you have a wonderful day and stay beautiful. Mwah.